Isolation Nation. We are back with another social distancing social club. Some of you are probably wondering, is this an ad? Is the show not yet begun, but he's trying to lure me into watching a show that I have to somehow watch at another time? Well, if that's you, then you might be interested in the social distancing social club, because I know that it changed my life. Before the social distancing social club, I was living in the basement of my parents' house, and now look at me. I've got vintage ladies, I got props, I got refreshing beaches. It's all around me. Sure, it might have shrunk my hands, but it increased the size of my heart, you guys. And what matters is what is in here, okay? So I just recommend you try it. And the best way to try something is to try it. And that's why for a limited time only, we're enabling you to try the Social Distancing Social Club for free right now by welcoming you to the second leg of the three-legged tripod with four legs, Steve Hofstetter of the Quarantine, everybody.
I am convinced. I will put money on Ben having no idea what he's going to say until Taylor says 3, 2, 1, and then it just happens.
I tightly script these. I don't know what you're referring to.
Well, if you want to join a tightly scripted show, you can join the Social Distancing Social Club right here. If you want to support the show, of course, you can do so. Venmo, top right of the screen. You can PayPal, laughfromhome.com. We always appreciate one of those two things because YouTube takes a lot of money. So, but if you want to super chat on YouTube, we can see those too, and we appreciate it. It all goes towards supporting the show, and a lot of that goes towards supporting out-of-work comedians. So we appreciate that. And with that,
you just said, I'm sorry to interrupt, Steve, but you just said, but if you want to support the show, the script says, I'm looking at it right now, ass, if you want to support the show, and you cleaned it up, and we didn't discuss that in our pre-production.
That's actually an auto feature that Zoom has now.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can't say whatever the fudge you want anymore. It's totally
real,
shitty.
That's a real forking problem, and I hope that all of us are able to stop that ships.
Yeah. By the way, this show sponsored by Refreshing Bitches. Oh, Beachies. Sorry, Beachies.
Refreshing Beachies. If you like your Beachies refreshing, try Refreshing Beachies, the follow-up product to Old Ass Beachies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third leg of the fourth-legged, three-legged monster. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Fresh off a night of hanging out with the No Pants people at a Zoom last night. Me and Chrissy drank a fifth of whiskey together. It was super fun. A little lethargic day, but I think we're going to have a good day. I will say, Ben, if we don't put the way to try something is to try it on a T-shirt, I think we're stupid. The only way to try something is to try it is one of the greatest quotes
God damn it,
I've ever
how
heard.
many T-shirts are you guys going to make me make?
Just saying, the only way to try something is to try it. As I don't know how that's not on a T-shirt already. That's the most wisdom.
I agree with you. 100%.
The best wisdom I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah, it's a great.
So
There's
I'm excited.
I was just gonna say Yoda is there is no try, only try.
That's exactly right. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. The best way to try something is to try it. We all know that.
I think the only way to try it is to try it, but I get that.
That's
All
also
right,
true.
we're gonna bring Rachel in. Queen Rachel, how we doing?
We're doing very well.
Look.
JR will be answering everybody's super chats today.
I love it.
Nice.
Love that.
That's fantastic. Be like, why are all these super chats about chicken? This is weird.
She couldn't get her internet to work, but she did teach her dog to read. So, priorities.
Sorry, I'm on my way to go meet Yoda, so I can not try, but try.
And also somehow Rachel's dog is already reading at a Rachel level, so it's incredible.
Fuck you.
I'm waiting for the middle of the show where JR flips us off. That's going to be the fun part of the show. And he starts reading.
And somehow we heard uncensored Rachel saying "fork you," so that's weird.
Yeah.
The rules don't apply to her. That's how this works. We have a
Rachel
fun-
also. Wait, Rachel is so JR is still up for adoption, right?
Still up for adoption. We have a Skype with somebody today, but still up for adoption.
That's awesome. So someone can adopt now a dog that can answer all your super chats, all your super chatting needs, and can flip you off. Those are great parlor tricks. quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't know if you want your dog to be able to read or not be able to read. Which is better? I think probably better for him to be able to read, right? But
What would you be hiding from your dog?
Well, I don't know, but vet bills or vet visits maybe. Like he reads that you're going to the vet, and then he hides. I don't know what it would be, but there's probably some stuff you don't want your dog to read. I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta say, all the time before I take Milton to the vet, I will write down on a note, Milton is going to the veterinarian, and I just thank God he can't read. Because if he could read, he would be able to read the note that I wrote to myself about him that I happened to leave on a place low enough for him to see.
I'm saying I have notes all over my apartment everywhere saying all kinds of random shit, and if my dog could read, which I don't even have a dog, but if I had a dog, I probably wouldn't want him to read it.
Thank God those hot dogs can't read, Bowers. Otherwise, they would know that they were going to be cooked. All his notes, by the way, are recipes for hot dogs.
That is true.
I also just think that is an unreal level of anxiety you just had to go through there, that you have notes but don't want to leave notes around in case you had a dog, and if that dog were able to read, then that dog would be able to read the notes. That's why you don't want to leave notes around.
That's why I don't have a dog. I'm afraid he'd be able to read.
Might I suggest, in order to help with that anxiety, might I suggest a support dog? Oh, wait, shit.
Problem. An illiterate support dog is really very popular lately.
Yeah. You should make sure to get a support dog that cannot read. And by the way, when you reach out to a rescue, put that in the notes. Be like, I need to make sure that the dog can't read, and see if they get back to you.
And that way, if anybody comes up to your support dog, if he doesn't have a support dog vest that says emotional support dog on it, and they say, why doesn't he have the vest saying he's a support dog? You look in the eye and you say, because he can't read.
I'm so sorry.
And if they go to pet him, be like, hey, he's working right now, don't pet him. They'd be like, hey, how did I know? Be like, can't you read? Well, he can't either though. So it's real sad.
I love it. Hey, we had an overnight game last night. Not much of one, just a couple. The actual overnight game was #What's the overnight game, which I thought was okay. And so there were like 4, but Winkleplex said penis a monument. Hello, Mount Dickmar, which I thought was funny. And then Barrow added with 4 Steves carved in it. So Mount Dickmar with 4 Steves is the overnight game winner.
I am the show's dick, and I am the mountain's dicks.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all your face. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ben, do we have a game for today?
It's a great question, Bowers. I'm sure we do.
We texted about it like 10 minutes ago.
No, I know we did, absolutely. And I remember it. I also remember what the game is. I'm just testing, making sure. You just asked me if we had one.
Yes.
So,
okay.
The good lawyer answer. Good lawyer answer. Don't answer.
Should
more than you were asked.
Do you want to test? Should we see if Bowers' dog can read it to us?
Sure. Bowers, do you want to read it to us? Your dog or you?
Don't make me make another hot dog and put it on a stick. I really don't want to do that today.
All right. The game today is shocking quarantine facts.
Shocking
and
quarantine facts.
The idea is it's stuff that we didn't necessarily know was true. Like, for instance, Steve doesn't own any hecklers, but he does own a tax shelter in the Caribbean. Or Ben's side hustle is a prop rental business. Or Bowers hand sewed that jacket himself. Things like that. Just that you might not know or laugh at. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the support on those.
I'm sorry. You texted us those examples when we were talking about this right before. So
you didn't remember that we texted it all, so why would you remember the examples?
Well, it all came flying back at me right when you reminded us.
So, shocking quarantine fact is that Ben remembers the game and goes to sound check. Things like that. You could just.
I beat you to sound check today, my friend. Just for the record.
No, I had to restart my computer. I was at sound check a half hour earlier.
That's right. Because I forgot that Hofstetter got the world's highest speed internet that has ruined his computer and his internet.
Well, I am in a apparently, according to Time Warner, I'm in a congested zone, and the way to fix that is to move. So it's a great solution that Time Warner has offered me.
If you want to trade my apartment for your house, Steve, I'll do that. If that's what you need to do, I've got pretty high-speed internet. And flip-flop if you want.
Do I get to keep the green room?
Yeah, as is, man. I'll just come over. We'll just trade. Maybe that's what we should start doing in the pandemic, just so we feel like we have somewhere else new to go. We just trade houses every now and again. We still self-isolate and don't see anybody else, but we're just
that's a wonderful suggestion by someone who lives in an apartment in the valley. Absolutely, that's a great
I was hoping you wouldn't
That's-
figure that part out. I was tricking you. You're smart. You're smarter than me, Steve. I thought maybe I was going to get you on that one, just
In
for
court.
the excitement of the idea. But no, maybe not. Cool. So that's the game. We do have. Well, we've got 2 comics. Hopefully, Pat Brown is supposed to be here. We're going to try to get her on the line here in a minute. We're figuring it out. We had to change Zoom links, so we don't know what happened. But we do have Kyle Grooms here. Kyle Grooms, how you doing, buddy? Say hello.
Hey, what's happening? I'm good.
What's up,
Hey.
What's
All
up,
right,
Kyle?
I'm coming to you from outside, man, because my family kicked me out on the balcony. So see them in there having a good time. So if there's noise pollution, hey, my bad.
That's all right. We're good. I like all the little hearts on the window, man. Those are nice little.
Oh
touch.
yeah,
I
that's
like
my
those.
kids, man. They put hearts on everything.
Sure,
Sure,
kids.
that's
no,
your
we all
kids.
believe that's what's going on. That's not Kyle Grooms putting hearts all over things. He used to put hearts in the green room. He's a heart guy. I don't know if you guys know this, but
Yeah, I love
Kyle
hearts,
Grooms.
man. I have a big heart.
That's beautiful.
By the way, we definitely have to wrap this show up before everybody comes out to congratulate the healthcare workers, because that's going to be real loud for Kyle.
Very challenging.
The whole city banks pots and pans. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Right.
Rachel, we got anything coming in on the super chats yet, Rach?
Just some game stuff's coming in, so all really funny things.
Before we do that, also want to welcome in our live studio audience, our live video audience, the front row. So throw your cameras on. We're happy to have Jessica, Heather, Zara, and Frank. Thank you for joining us. Much appreciated.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Excellent.
How-
What is
how
Frank's green screen now, or what is
Oh,
his
that a-
background?
Is that a bar? It's a bar.
Oh,
now.
nice, nice. Frank's watching from a bar. See, that's how to trade. That's how to trade houses, man.
And
That's
that's
the easy way to do it.
That's
Bowers
also the
wanted
only
to
way
do that
that-
just because I live in a fancier place. But what if I lived here? What if I had this?
That's what the background of every Zoom looks like. You're in a business meeting. You're like, oh, I don't know how to do virtual. What do I do? And how about just don't be in front of every? I was about to say don't be in front of everything you own, but then
Well, in fairness to you, Ben, you are not in front of everything you own. You're in front of more than anyone else owns. But there's still quite some time.
that's
Well,
true.
actually, one of the things I love about Zoom is as long as you get this little spot right, it looks like everything's clean and good. But if you just turn slightly, my entire apartment is just a mess of just bullshit, just shit everywhere.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
But in this,
Oh
no,
my God.
That just ruined an
that
illusion
was-
for me very seriously.
Bowers, I was about to trade with you, and now I'm just staying in my place.
Hey, what
Wow.
about
Stand
me?
put.
Hey, when you turn me, I got a pot plant here too. That's it. There you go.
Oh shit! Count me in. Count me in.
That
Well,
explains all
Kyle,
the hearts.
Ben's moving now. You just
Yeah, and it's budding too. Look at that. Look at those buds. Look at those buds.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
Ah.
Damn, that's
no wonder there's so many hearts on the window. That's the new symbol. Instead of like the sneaker over the power line, it's the hearts on the window. Oh God, Ben, what is Ben doing now? What is
I just
happening?
want to hang out.
Yeah.
Zara just made an audible squeak at the sloth. I think that was Zara.
By the way, I found this out recently. Did you know that apparently Alexa is pushing that she knows a lot? Oh, shut up, Alexa. Is that she's pushing? God damn it. She's pushing that she knows a bunch of sloth jokes. This is totally true. I checked to see about adding the new skill, and then she was like, "You can ask me if I know sloth jokes," and then she just has all the jokes, and the punchline is that the sloth is slow. It's a very weird thing. Feel free to do it on your own, Alexa.
Knock knock.
Oh God damn it! Shut up!
Get it.
Who's there?
Shut up!
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Sloth.
Sloth who?
Sloth who?
Sloth who wants to take Zara's walrus out on a little interspecies.
Oh, wow.
So stupid.
Oops, did I say that? Oops. I'm
Um,
embarrassed.
By the way, Ben, what a commercial for this show has become. Let me tell you. This is...
Hey, Ben's one of the best sloth comics working today. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's one of his side hustles.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys remember this fact, but my owner Ben was the voice of Marshall the Sloth in Ice Age Continental Drift.
Was this just a convoluted way to just tell us one of your credits? Oh my God! What do you guys? What is that?
Sloth? That's just blue.
Is that a sloth that you
That's
dyed blue to
not a
match your hair
sloth.
from the other day?
That
What
is
is
not
that?
a sloth.
Yeah, look at his hands.
Where's his sloth fingers?
Wait, how many fingers?
That ain't no sloth, bro.
3-toe sloth,
Three fingers again.
legit.
And the
It
David
looks more like a fin. That looks more like a fin to me, doesn't it?
No, it's
Wait,
three-toe sloth.
Rachel's got a thing now.
Can you show Zara the sloth's vagina so she can tell for sure? Oh, beautiful. We got a whale swimming around there.
The whale just died. Oh, that's sad. The whale just died.
Whales can't eat gluten. People know that. Whales cannot have gluten.
Yeah. Wait, Zara just said in the chat that a whale's dick is called a dork.
That's true.
Kyle
Why
also
did
had
she
a
say that
fun.
in the chat and not live? I wonder, was she embarrassed about the name of a whale's dick? I don't think.
Also, apparently, I'm the dork of the show as well.
Kyle, what'd you have over there? Kyle had something.
Oh,
he was
this
holding
is
up.
my girl, man. This is my baby.
Nice.
Hanging out, it's quarantine, no.
Wait, hold on. Did her heart
Sorry,
just light
sorry.
up when you touched her tits?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that what just
yeah.
happened?
Sorry about her hair. We just got finished having
Is
sex.
Is that Me Too? Why is her tit light up? That's crazy.
This is she gonna call the police on me in a minute.
Karen Barbie.
Oh my God, they need to make Karen Barbie. That would be incredible.
Oh, yes.
This is not right. This is not right. I'm gonna call you to the police.
Yeah.
I don't like what you guys are doing.
Yeah. Karen Barbie would be amazing. You can't give her a haircut. She just has that one. She just has
That
the
angle,
one ahead of time.
that angle bob.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Can you please put your lion on a leash or what?
All right. I think it's time for a comic. What do you guys think? Rachel, we got any super chats to catch up on before we go to Kyle here?
No, we're okay.
All right, awesome. And I think
We might not have super chats, but we're definitely not okay, Rachel.
Not a time of this show where I thought we were okay.
all right, I'm gonna bring our first comic up. This is I always say this, but it's one of my favorites as well. You've seen him on the Chappelle Show, Inside Amy Schumer. He has a new special out on Amazon Prime called Brain Humor. You have for Kyle Grooms, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Grooms.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. This is kind of awkward. This is weird. This is my first time doing comedy online, but it just reminds me of the first time I ever got a laugh through a microphone as a car drives by. It just reminds me of this reminds me of my first time doing comedy. Like the first time I ever got a laugh through a microphone, I was in court, and because I was. Now, the way it happened, I was a kid who got in a fight. I was at a softball game watching one of my girl cousins play. And, there was a kid. I was sitting in the stands with my girl cousins. And there was a kid messing with my girl cousins going boobala, boobala, or some weird shit. I don't know. But we didn't know who he was. We didn't know who his parents were. We were like, hey, whose kid is this? He's like, I'm nobody's kid. And he was about my age and my size, so my cousin was like, Kyle, get him. So I hit him with a two-piece, boop, boop, and a biscuit, Two-piece. Two-piece comes with a biscuit, it's automatic. And they filed a report. They called the police. They filed a report, and it was a kids fight. You know, a kids fight. And my mother got a letter in the mail saying Kyle is to appear in court. He's being charged with assault and battery. Yeah, and I was 10 years old, so I didn't know what it was. I'm like, I didn't have any salt. I didn't have a battery. I used my fists. And lo and behold, I had to go to court. And the way I got my laugh is I was on the witness stand, and the lawyer was grilling me. He was like, when you hit him, did he turn red? And I was like, yeah, when you hit white people, they turn red, you know? And the whole courtroom erupted in laughter. And I said, you know what? I should be a comedian. And they sentenced me to 6 months probation. And at the end of my probation officer took me and my cousin to Wendy's. And I was like, wow, you know what? It was all worth it. I should beat up 4 more white people. maybe I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese. And I hate to be the only black person on this show, and I'm bringing up race, but it's been a weird racial time, man. Like, people been openly racist, you know? Like, people telling race jokes, like, openly. Like, I don't mind a race joke. I'm a comedian, you know. If it's funny, I don't mind a race joke. If I know you, if we're cool, you can tell a race joke. But if I don't know you, hey, shut the fuck up, man. Don't be coming up to me, hey, Kyle, why do black guys? Hey, yo, chill out, bro. But this guy asked me a question, you know, a couple months back. I didn't know where he was going with it. He was like, hey, Kyle, let me ask you a question. I said, what's up, man? He said, if a black man and a monkey are sitting on a branch, that's when I knew it was some bullshit. What the fuck is a black man and a monkey doing on a branch together? He said, if a black man and a monkey are sitting, I said, I didn't know the answer to that joke. He goes, if a black man and a monkey are sitting on a branch, what's the black man's job? I didn't know. He goes, assistant branch manager.
Oh.
I wanted to kick his ass, but I was laughing a little bit. But I didn't snap. I kept my cool, and I just said, officer, write me my ticket and stop trying to humiliate me, please. Thanks you guys for helping out. One more time. I got it. Oh. And okay, keep going. All right. Well, shit.
Oh, no, you can stop if you want to.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All right. Yeah, that's the end. Get it.
Kyle Grooms, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Grooms, yes.
Everybody. And let me just say this. I actually turn red even when I don't get hit. So that joke spoke to me. If you want to tip Kyle, the tip jar is open. You can tip Kyle at laughfromhome.com with the PayPal, or you could do it with the Venmo at the top right of the screen, or of course you can super chat. And yeah, Kyle, actually, you have one of my favorite jokes that any comic has. Yes, wow. Because it's one of these jokes that, like, it comes up in conversation. I've quoted it a whole lot because it's like a funny joke, but it's also a really good point. It's the one about, and I don't want to mangle it, but it's the one about how I used to tag things. Do you know what joke I'm talking about? I used to be a graffiti artist. I used to sneak out late at night and spray paint on people's property. And that was really cool until I bought property. I love that joke, and it's like such a great point about like us growing up and like that. I've quoted that a lot.
Oh shit! Wow, does graffiti art come up in conversations with you a lot? Like,
yeah, I'm from Queens.
Graffiti. Oh, okay.
I'm from Queens. No, it's no, but owning property comes up a great deal. Have you seen my dining room? It's quite nice.
Also, Kyle, you said that you wish you could beat up 4 more white people more often. It's not a coincidence this show is hosted by 4 white people. So have at it, man. That's why you're here. Feel free.
Yeah.
Right in the mouth. That was quick.
Kyle,
You can beat up 4 white people and a couple sloths.
That's right. That's right.
If you look under your chair, Kyle, I mailed this to your girlfriend. There's a Wendy's gift card under your chair right now. So
Oh
there
my
you go.
gosh!
You get some Wendy's, and you get some Wendy's.
And you also mentioned about how you
Amazing.
got sentenced and then you got to go for Wendy's. Sometimes, bad things lead to great stuff. A pandemic hit and Hofstetter got sentenced to hosting this show with us. So
Yeah.
Well,
comes out of
you never know. God has a plan for all of us.
that's right.
Yeah.
He works in mysterious ways.
I'm hoping I get time off for good behavior. So I don't know.
Kyle, you were saying the only thing I don't like about being a comic and talking to people afterwards. I love people after the show and hanging out. But there's always that one dude comes up like, "Hey man, you want to hear a joke?" And I'm like, "Is it racist?" And he's like, "Well, kind." I'm like, "Fuck you! I don't want to hear racist." There's no kind of racist.
Probably.
Shut up.
Yeah,
and he'll go,
kinda,
"Whoa, I got one. That's not racist." I'm like, "Is it sexist?" He's like, fuck." And then he's like, "Wait, I'm like, "Is it racist?" He goes, "No." "Is it sexist?" "No." "Is it homophobic?" He's like, "God damn it!" Right? Because that's almost all
You have
jokes they
any-
want to tell you. I'm like, "Just shut up. Do you have a joke that's not one of those 3 things? I don't want to hear
Without
other
a
jokes." in it."
victim, do you have a joke without a victim, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
A joke about you.
I actually had I had a situation once where I was waiting for an airport shuttle, and the woman who was waiting there with me was very attractive, and we started talking, and we're like kind of hitting it off. And so I told her I was a comedian. I don't normally bring that up, but I was like, I'm shooting my shot. And so I told her I was a comedian, and so we start talking about it as the shuttle pulls up. And so then the shuttle driver hears that I'm a comedian, and immediately he's like, "Oh, I got a joke for you." And I was like, "No, it's not the time, sir." And he just he's like, No, let me tell you a joke. And I just go, "Oh man, just as long as it's not racist or something like that." And he goes, "Oh, no, it's nothing like that." And I was like, "Sorry for doubting you." And he goes, "So a Chinaman." I was like, "Okay, all right, no. No matter what the other words are, there are no other words. There's no order of words in the English language that can follow that and make that okay."
Yeah, right.
All I'm trying to do right now is think of what words could follow that to make it okay.
Yeah, right. China,
Be like, so a China man. Yeah, it's like a set of China dishes, like are on this table behind me, by the way, in my dining room.
Yes. The Chinaman delivered these. That's I think the only thing that can be close to
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
there
So
you
a
go.
China man, someone who sells fine China.
There it is.
It was actual China man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's a white guy, but he sells
Yeah,
China.
stuff China. Yeah, he's a China man.
Yes.
Like the blind man, Yeah.
Yeah, look at
And 30 minutes
Wait,
after
who's-
you get
who
that China,
sells
you're
blinds?
hungry again.
Yeah. Oh God. I love that. Wait, I love that Bowers so casually dropped that in without anyone else knows, like a blind man, and I'm like, yeah, like a man who saw. Oh fuck, that is incredible.
No, that's Tim McLaughlin. Tim McLaughlin, who we've had on the show, his dad.
Oh, yeah,
sells
that's
winter
right.
Coverings, and their trucks all say our vans are driven by blind men. That's what their trucks say.
Clever,
There you go.
clever.
Well, sure.
Really
Clever and
amazing
also
when they do that.
a horrible idea.
Well, yes.
That's the way vertical blinds got started. It's just somebody fucked it up.
Yeah.
The blind man
It
was
was all
blind.
horizontal before that company started innovating the game. Just put it up the normal way, like this.
All right, let's get to some tips for Kyle.
Let's
We've
do it.
got
Yes.
Heather Scott, 15 Canadian. Great set, Kyle. We have Razor, $5. You had me at 2-piece and a biscuit with salt and batteries.
Oh, thank you.
We've got Dave Adler, $5 for Kyle to get his doll a Karen haircut. Great set.
Nice.
Jennifer Kofid tipped Kyle $5. Hannah Lester tipped Kyle $5. Great set. I want to see you at the Nowhere Comedy Club.
Ah, great. If you
Hell
want,
yeah.
you can check out my special on Amazon if you want. Brain humor. That was a plug. Was I supposed to plug?
Loved
That
it.
was
Loved
good.
it.
Perfect.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Kyle. 2 of the hosts don't own Amazon, so it's not as fun as plugging the thing that we own.
Or
I
actually,
have
you
Amazon.
Actually, you could sign up for a trial membership and then watch it and cancel within 30 days.
By the way, I love that you guys took. I was saying we don't own the company Amazon. We own Nowhere Comedy Club. Bowers was like, I have an Amazon Prime subscription. I was.
Well, Chrissy does, but I use it. I don't have my own. Chrissy has one.
Yeah.
No, I think Steve makes a great point there. Obviously, Steve and I own Nowhere Comedy Club, but it's still fine, of course, to plug your special that's on Amazon Prime, where you can also see my special, Neurotic Gangster. It's no problem.
Oh, there you go. So when you watch mine, people say you can also watch.
That's right.
That's right. There you go.
People are just gonna ping pong between our content for a while, and then go to your YouTube, and then go to my YouTube, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Then go to follow us on Instagram, and then
look, you could watch
Kyle Grooms.
I mean, you could watch 2 of mine on Amazon, but that's only if you have enough time.
I can't imagine anybody who watches Kyle's special says people also that watch this also watch Ben Gleib or vice versa. I'm pretty sure you guys are mutually exclusive when it comes to
why?
I could be
I
wrong.
think we're very smart comics, brain humor. Idiot test, come on, we're the same. I feel like take whatever audience I can get, man.
For real.
Right.
And it's not.
I stand corrected. Yeah, you're right. That's sure.
Yeah, there are definitely comics that don't overlap each other's audience. That actually might be a fun game to do at some point, like comics where one person would not see both comics. But I think Kyle and Ben, absolutely, people could see both. That wasn't a joke. I'm defending.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are like, wait, where's the part where he's mean? I don't understand. He's not being mean.
Did he just give me a compliment?
Yeah. By the way, now, I fixed it. There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
Now
Wait,
we
hold on.
just.
Oh my God! And he didn't
I
just
think
make me. He's had this for years. He's had this for years in an archive somewhere.
We just found the magazine cutout that Hofstetter keeps under his mattress for when he has to masturbate.
And we just found out that Ben Gleib masturbates to a magazine cutout.
I like the way it stopped right around high school age. I said, this system works for me, and I kept it going.
Yeah. Be like, why do you need to fix something that isn't broken? This is perfect.
That's exactly right.
Got a hole in the
All
magazine.
right. Okay. We've got a lot more. Heather Scott threw in another 15 Canadian, said, ha ha ha, Kyle, graffiti art is basically all I talk about. Thanks for making me feel relevant.
Nice.
We've
By the way,
got
I like
Andrew
that Heather
Latham.
has the Team Bowers, and I have my own team background on mine. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, by the way, this is the new quarantine, motherfuckers. I'm just hosting the show with me. And for the third leg that's still the first leg. Sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
Andrew Lee tipped Kyle $5. I loved your set. Be like Wendy,
Angela.
stay always fresh.
Nice.
Thank you, Angela. Appreciate it.
We've got Sage, $10 for Kyle. Also, I'm proposing to my girlfriend next week. I'm thinking of making a pretend to trip, rolling over, and say, I've fallen for you. Is that too corny? It is.
If you, I mean, look, it depends on whether or not she's that corny. I think if you guys, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to take it, Kyle. That question was for you.
Idea. Yeah,
Oh,
Kyle,
was it for me?
Yeah. Is that too corny or is that a good move? Is that a line?
It's a little corny, but hey, humor's good anyway. Just go for it. If you thought of it,
whatever it is, it's better than proposing at a stadium. Because when you propose at a stadium, you're basically saying, I love you. The only thing in the world I love more than you is 15 seconds of attention. But other than that, I absolutely love you.
Yeah, it's better than how I propose. I just, I threw a ring over the bed and said, hey, here, take this. Will you marry me? Whatever.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I'll say yes to that. I'm happy to say yes. Count me in too, Kyle.
Yeah. Forever. Let's do this. Yeah.
All four of us are in. It'd be 5, I guess.
The first time I got engaged was in a Zales. True, I got engaged in a Zales. I just bought she paid for. We got financing through her, and then I gave her the ring in the.
That story, holy shit! Every word of that story was worse than the one before. Like you. No, wait, like you were telling that story and you were like, hey, I got engaged in a Zales, and I'm thinking, well, that's a little cheesy, and then you're like, yeah, you know, I bought her the ring right there, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of ridiculous, it wasn't even planned, and then you're like, actually, she paid for the ring, you're like, well, that's really cheap, then you're like, actually, we financed it through her, and I was like, and that's why you're divorced twice. So it just...
If
that story...
was a person.
That story was Russian dolls of sadness. That's what that was. Like each one was just a little bit more sad than the one before.
I just picture it actually going down in real life. Him at a Zales, just in the exposed corner next to a Cinnabon in a mall, and he turns to go like, I mean, where's that little Cinnabons? I don't know. We got these rings right here. What do you think? What do you say? I would buy one of these rings. If you could pay for it, I gotta get financing up.
If you could fill out this application, yeah. Fill out this application.
I'm good for it. I'm good for it.
No, here's what it is. Here's what it is. He starts out, they're just in Zales. It's like, oh, maybe I'll buy you a present. He's like, oh, you know, but I want to get to know you better. What's your street address? Okay, great. Yeah. I'm just curious, like, what about your street address before this one? Do you have any auto loans, perhaps? That I could. Do you know the number of that offhand? And then by the end, you just hand her the form and go, I want to spend the rest of my life with you if this gets approved.
I forgot one part of the story. I did try to apply myself and got denied first. So we're in the Zales thing. Denied my credit, and I go, do you want to try? And she goes, yeah, I guess I'll try. So then she filled it out and they gave her the credit.
Wow.
I would have assumed that if she got rejected, then you'd be like, oh, we're meant to be together. Or maybe she got approved and you're like, hey, opposites attract. Our credit score combined is an 800.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what Bowers said. Like, what were your exact thoughts when she then got down on her knee and proposed?
That's a true story.
Well, she got down on her knee and Bowers just goes, yes! And then, I thought it was a different thing. Sorry. Well, I'm already in. I already agreed.
I don't know if we should do this in a Zales. I mean, I just ate Cinnabon, but you're proposing. Okay. How else could one public blowjob last a lifetime?
Yeah, every kiss begins with K, but every BJ starts with fucking Zales. Oh God!
This
Every
show
BJ
sponsors
starts
you
with
to
BJ.
buy Zales.
Every BJ is brought to you. It takes place in front of a BJ's Pizzeria, next to the Cinnabon, next to the Sbarro pizza place that has like the big. Anyway, the flow got fucked up.
Yeah, every BJ, as it turns out, starts with B. That's the.
It's true.
Hey, the only way to try something is to try it. We know that. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I feel like that was from 3 shows ago. How much has happened?
We had Tam super chat and said, Bowers, that Zale story might be the saddest story I've ever heard.
I already texted Bowers and Ben something similar during this show just now.
How about we get some more tips for Kyle? Let's do that.
Wait, before we do that, Bowers, was that the first wife or the second wife?
That was the first wife. Second wife, I got a little smarter. I put it in we went to the driving range, and it was at the bottom of the bucket of balls. And when she hit the last bucket, she saw the ring box, and I proposed to her at a driving range. So that was way more romantic and sweet. But no, okay, fine.
I mean,
that
Bowers.
too. My bad.
Bowers barely did.
Yeah.
Like just a touch better. The bottom of a bucket. Anytime an engagement involves a bucket.
I'm just glad it wasn't chicken. Usually it would be a bucket of chicken. I figured I'd
By the way,
use golf balls.
That was the third bucket of the night, Ben. It started with a bucket of chicken, then it went to a bucket of beers, and then they went to the driving range. And by then, I also love the idea of like, what if she didn't notice? She was just like not really paying attention, and she puts it down on the tee, and you're like, no! And then you just have to dive and stop her from it.
You know, it's a real fun trick. Here's kind of fun. If let's say you've got some extra engagement rings laying around because you've been divorced a few times, you take one of those engagement rings, go to like a TGI Fridays or whatever, and you ask her to put it in a piece of cake, and then she doesn't show up. You just sit there for a while, and then you finally go, I guess I'll just order, and then you eat your food all sad, and then you're like, can I get that cake back? And you dig out the ring. You can go home with the waitress. That's how that works. They get real sad. And
Oh my god! This is like
what a hypothetical.
That was Bauer's soft confessional motivational video series right there.
That was
Bauer's. The way you can
Bauer's.
still save the night, the way you turn it around is you then just try to hit on the waitress, and you have a 10% chance of turning that botched engagement into a BJ behind a BJ.
Bowers just put the
just me
pathetic
making a
in
bad joke?
hypothetical.
Good one. I like that one. All right, Rachel, catch us up. We got to get through this.
Okay, so we've got Jessica tipped $25. Thanks, Kyle. We have Tam tipped Kyle $5. Barbie needs some new clothes.
Nice.
We've got Tyler Stevens Venmoed $5 for Kyle. Chris Jacobs PayPal 10 Canadian tip for Kyle. And then Zara in our live audience tipped 15 Aussie. Nice set, Kyle. We got value for crime. Wendy's for assault and battery is a good trade. I knew a man who used to be most wanted who only got a Macca's drive-through after being on the run for years.
Nice.
By the way, for the non-Australians, that's how you say McDonald's in Australian. I learned that. Yeah, Macca's. And that's where their prime minister shit himself once. I learned a lot about Australia.
Guy's name's Skojo?
ScoMo. Yeah.
ScoMo.
Yeah, there's a running thing where someone accused him of shitting himself at a McDonald's drive-thru or at a McDonald's a long time ago, and there's like it's just become this urban legend in Australia, and it's anytime he says something that people don't agree with, which is almost always, people are just like, but didn't you shit yourself at a Macca's? And it's a lot of fun. It's a fun game to play.
Who's not shit themselves at a McDonald's? That happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a different culture.
McDonald's once, right? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's why the proposal was delayed by a few minutes.
Al Roker shit himself at the White House.
Wait, what? Ben, what did you just say from off camera?
I heard Al Roker shit himself at the White House, and then Ben jumped off the call. What happened? Is he gone?
Yeah.
No, I just explained that Al Roker shit himself at the White House. That should be pretty self-explanatory, but I guess you need me to continue.
You know this.
Al Roker was at the White House and he shit himself there. He told the story. It was ridiculous. He was telling the story about after he had his surgery to lose a bunch of weight. He couldn't control his bowels well. He was at the White House and he shit himself and he had to go to the bathroom and throw his underwear away in the White House.
You know what?
And that's when
I think we have to give
run for president.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think that story just made Bowers' engagement the second saddest story I've ever heard.
But Bowers is right. That is what made me run for president. When I heard that story, I was like, if Al Roker can shit himself there, I'm going to run for this office. This seemed right at that point.
All right,
You know
Rachel,
what I mean?
catch us up so we can
Yep,
get to
just
the
a
next
couple
guy.
more. So Tom Harnett, Venmo $10. I think he's on Facebook and just said entertainment. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got Tam Venmo to Bowers. I was wrong. That cake story is the saddest. And then last one, Jennifer Kofid, $5. I was wanting to give Bowers a hug for the engagement story. Now I want to high five him for the waitress story. We're caught up.
Different stroke. All right, we're gonna get to our second comic. We're super excited to have her. She was a writer for the ESPYs. You've seen her on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Go for very funny Pat Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Brown.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sitting at your seats attentively while, yeah, thank you for sitting down. Appreciate everybody. Is anybody tired yet of being quarantined? I am totally tired of that. My Google Assistant is tired of me being at home. The other night I said, Google, turn off the lights. And she said, well, you was up last. That's when you know they get tired of you. I think the only thing that I really enjoy now is like the 7 o'clock where in New York you clap for all the frontline workers. And I'm one of those kind of people. I'm like ADD, and I just feel like at any given time I can do anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a medical worker. How long does it take to get my medical license? I immediately thought that, and I was like, shit. How many biologies is that really? Are we talking? I could go to Guam and be an anesthesiologist in 6 weeks. I'm sure of it. But then I heard that they started dying. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just donate. What about that? I'll just do that. I'll just donate. I love watching the news now because I'm one of those people that I get excited by looking at all the journalists, their houses. Now that you can see the background of their houses, I love that. Why is everybody? I feel like they're trying to outdo each other because all of them have the picture of the bookshelves behind them that like they all got trapped inside of a Barnes and Noble. Yeah, it's like everybody. I was like, that's the new social status now, like having a bookshelf behind you with all these random books. And I'm sure most of the journalists are real, they're legit readers. But, for the average person trying to compete, it's going to be 3 Bibles from that they stole from a La Quinta. There's going to be they're going to be some 1997 101 to income intros, those kind of books. You can't compete, people. These are real readers. Don't even worry about it. I'm not used to. I don't think anybody is quarantined at this long time because I'm not good at the shopping for long periods of time. So my idea was, I said, okay, I'm get healthier. I'm gonna just buy all vegetables. So that's what I did. I grocery shopped and I bought all vegetables, and I was alone in my house for 3 weeks, and I realized I need people and protein. So now my online status is I have all the sides. I need somebody with a 2-piece. Call me. Let's Zoom together. What else we're talking about? I am getting I'm trying to online date a little bit. That's sad. 'Cause you don't really know if, you don't know if really people really want to online date, or if they're just getting tired of being, if they, they'll as soon as if we can get out, they will drop you for somebody that they can actually touch. So that makes online dating, because you got to really have a really good personality for somebody to online date you in quarantine. And that would hurt my feelings. That would hurt my feelings. I'm okay with you not thinking I'm attractive enough, but damn you, or you're not going to say I don't have a great personality. That's don't think I could handle. Question I need to ask people: are we still using money now? Is that a thing? I don't know. I went to the store the other day and I paid with everything with my credit card, and then I looked deep in my wallet and I was like, I pulled out money. I was like, yeah, I remember this. It was so old and crisp. It looked like it was faded. It looked like old weed paper. Um, all the presidents look like they have COVID. I don't think we're using money anymore, people. I think we are now just bartering for toilet paper and sex. That's all we're doing. That's how this new economy is going to run. Oh yeah, and this is a different way of being, people. Forget your old way of life. This is a new way of life we're about to head on to. This everything that we're doing right now is unprecedented. So I've been alone a lot, and so I've done something that people don't even do anymore. I am answering all unknown calls. Remember that? You had the audacity. You had the audacity, the temerity not to answer a call if you didn't want familiar with the number or the name that didn't come up. You're like, oh no, how dare you try to contact me and I don't and I don't have your I don't have any information on you. How dare you? Who does that? Well, me now. I'm answering all those calls. I'm answering 1-800 calls. I'm answering unknown calls. I am answering calls that say scam calls. I am answering. Who knows? We could connect. I don't know that. So I'm answering all those calls. It was a guy that called me the other day. He was trying to sell car insurance, and he said, "Do you have car insurance?" I said, "No, I don't have car insurance, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe you can, yeah, maybe you can convince me to buy car insurance. Maybe you convince me to buy a car. I don't know. Let's just do this, man. Let's talk." But everything has changed, though. Things are different. I think we have to change our attitudes when it comes to customer service, because that is I just had a situation. This is actually true. Situation that happened to me. It's a new day, people, and we got to come in with a new attitude and with some compassion and some empathy. So, like, I called IKEA. I received the IKEA product. I bought like 6 items. I only received 1. And so I waited a couple of weeks to see if I would get the other item. I never got that. IKEA didn't contact me. They didn't say anything. So I called them. And this is how you know things have changed, people. You know how you call a company and they'll say, "Hey, thank you for calling IKEA. How can I help you?" I called IKEA. The lady answered. She said, "Yeah, what's up?" I was like, "Is this IKEA?" She said, "Yeah, what's up?" Okay, hey, okay, I understand things have changed. So I told her my situation. I said I ordered some products. I only got 1 product. So when can I receive the other ones? And she said, "You won't." So like normal, I'm asking. So this has been like 3 weeks, and I haven't received my products. I only got this one thing. Or and you're saying I'm not going to receive my products. So can I get some type of restitution for my wait? And she said, "No." Okay, all right. So I said, I'm not. So you're not going to try to compensate me in any way for inconvenience me? She said, "No." I was like, "Okay." And I said, "So, can I speak to your manager?" She then said, "No, she's dead."
Oh,
She died of COVID. I ain't even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in shelving. So I apologized to her. I said, I am so sorry. I said, I gave her, I donated to her. I got her, her Cash App. I gave her the money that I was going to get my refund for the items I didn't receive. We prayed over Carol because that was her name. I apologize sincerely for ordering some non-essential items. And I told her that I hope she had a wonderful day and that I hope she soon would go back to shelving where she belonged. So the moral of the story is shit has changed, people. 100 million deaths. One of those are a manager from IKEA.
It sounds like you called IKEA Johnson.
No, this is real, my friend.
Oh.
No, this is real.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the
Pat
tip
Brown,
jar
ladies
is
and gentlemen.
open for Pat Brown right now. If you want to tip Pat Brown,
Hey, Pat.
if you want to tip Pat Brown, absolutely you should do that.
Hey,
by the way,
man, how you feeling?
I'm literally
Pat.
asking them to give you money.
I know. Thank you, Steve. I was talking to Kyle. I hadn't seen Kyle in so long, so I was so happy to see Kyle.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I understand, but if you guys want to give Pat money and then she'll catch up with Kyle, feel free to do so.
Get your money. Get your money.
Tip jar is open. You could tip the top right of the screen. You could Venmo. You could Super Chat, of course. You could PayPal Laughs from Home. I'm here in my library. Let me go to my other one. And two things about...
Steve,
You look like a
Steve, don't
journalist
try and
from-
showboat, dude. I moved to my library, and let me just say mine's 2 stories. I'm not trying to brag, but
You
Look,
all-
I'm not trying to brag either, but mine is haunted. So,
fair enough.
You
I'm not
all
trying
look
to
like-
brag either, but I've got this room I just quickly ran to that has kind of a new age design, and the books go all the way up. I don't know if you're aware.
That looks like a bookshelf on a cruise ship.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
That was the
Yeah, it
inspiration. That was the inspiration for it. We said, let's try to
it's
create
actually
books
like
that
a-
have kind of a
A
midnight
cruise
buffet
ship
vibe.
made out of books.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I
Yeah.
went and
the
got
way,
my book. Is that what we're doing? I went and got my book. So I have
yeah.
a book.
Is that what we're doing?
Your book is Jay
I
Leno's
love
This is literally the only book I own. This is the only book in my apartment. I promise you, this is the only book in my apartment. I don't know why it's here.
Well, Bowers, wait. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to the table that's corner was balanced on it?
Oh my God. We understand why Bowers introduces people the way he does. He learned from Leno directly. He's like, when you do the punchline, just keep saying, keep talking until everybody's lost the ability to laugh, because now you're still talking, and the joke's over. Okay, great.
Yeah. By the way, 2 things about Pat's set that I enjoyed. First of all, I think Pat was just hoping that someone from IKEA customer service is watching this show and can make things right. But also, I love, it was such a testament to how badly comedians miss applause that you were like, maybe I should become a doctor. Like that's...
Well, I love Pat. I love
could
the joke
help,
about.
Steve.
You can do it, Jeff. I love the joke about not liking your personality would be a blow. I have a buddy who's an identical twin. And him and his brother look exactly alike, and his brother gets all kinds of women, and he doesn't get any. And that's got to hurt your feelings so much. They've read the book, they don't like the inside. The cover's fine, but the one dude gets women looking like the other dude that doesn't. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Wow, that is kind of sad.
Yeah, the saddest part is that guy's dates are usually at a mall food court. So, just in case things go well.
I did meet him when I was there. Rachel, what kind of tips we got?
Yeah, we've got some tips for Pat. So we've got John Dogan, 5 Canadians, tipped for Pat. We've got Heather Scott, 20 Canadian. Pat, measuring things in biologies is my new favorite evaluation tool.
Absolutely. Thank you for getting that. Love her for that.
We have Tyler Stevens, $5. Pat, people can be protein.
People can't be protein?
That's what he said.
So I should eat people? Is that what this
No.
strange Canadian is telling me?
Pat, this has been an intervention to get you to change your diet to eat people. That's why we have you on the show.
Somebody is pro cannibalism. All right.
the
Social distancing Soylent hour.
There's no doubt that Bowers would definitely go human before he went vegetable. That's a fact.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, Ben, nice
100%,
digs.
100%, Ben.
Yeah, Ben,
No
Ben, nice digs.
Yep. Thank you very much. I just wanted to show you I have a spare library in case people burn the other books.
Well, weird part is you actually do need that many shelves for how many weird things you have in your house. So
Thank you for saying that. I don't know what you mean, but I do have a vintage music box that might explain what you're saying. Or, of course, if stuff ever goes wrong with this first vintage box, I do have a backup.
Every one of those books is hollowed out like Shawshank Redemption. There's no reading in those books. It's all got props and weird shit inside those books.
Thank you for saying that. That's hurtful. But also, just in case anybody's curious, in case either of these two music boxes go bad, I of course have my Knight in Shining Armor, which has a lighter in its head, and then on the bottom of it, you've got a spare music box.
we can't hear it.
Weird.
You don't hear that?
Oh, there it is.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Pat. Somebody appreciates me here.
Yeah.
Somebody in this show appreciates me.
That was the band at my first wedding. Was that night?
That's the only wedding night that Bowers remembers.
That is true for sure. That is true for sure.
Bravo.
Thank you.
That's the kind of music that is best to play at a wedding when you get married to a vintage lady, in case anybody's curious.
Yeah. Rachel, what else do we have?
We had a comment for Ben. Benny O was like, "What's in the music box?"
Nice.
Well, I don't know that I can exactly answer that, but I do know that if you're interested in purchasing some vintage Goebel figurines, Genteel Thoughts, Victorian Lady, or The Visitor, you can visit me on my eBay page.
That's.
All
love
right.
that they put all those in case people search for each one of those terms.
That's right. Right.
Is genteel thoughts like soft confessions? Is that the same thing?
It is. Very
Yeah,
similar.
but Gentile thoughts are a little bit different, though. Rachel, what else do we got?
We've got Dave Adler tipped Pat $5 and said, "I hope you can hire a new digital assistant soon."
Nice.
Thank you.
We've got Zara 10 Aussie. It said, "Pat, nice set. A lot has changed, but you stay funny. Get yourself an unlimited Zoom account."
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
Tons of
you.
music boxes. Zara's got music boxes too. Holy shit.
Solid music
Very
box
nice.
skills there, Zara.
Thank you.
We have Jessica in our live audience, 25. I think she's there today, maybe not. $25. Yep. Hi, Jess. Good job. I like the idea of Chris gagging while you described your shopping trip.
Yeah. What else?
We've got Razor, $5. Sorry, Pat, you've been out ADD'd by Gleib. We have Tam. She now refers to herself as the Taminator because I never get her name right.
Nice.
$8. Pat, that's brave, answering that unknown call.
Is it really? I think we think it is, but no, it's not really.
We've got Technics 5 Canadian for Pat to pay you back for some of the non-essential items. Great set.
Nice.
Just a couple more. So Andrew Lay, $8. Pat, I met my girlfriend of 2 years online. I drove her from Ohio to California. Anything is possible, including the spiteful ass whoopings. Good job. And then we have some generals. We had,
Which generals do you have?
All of them.
By the way, Pat, the saddest thing about that IKEA supervisor dying is that you had to put together the coffin.
I'm gonna put that as a tag.
Not to mention it
Dang
really
it, it's a tag.
it really affected the enjoyability of those meatballs after.
That
also.
is hilarious, Phil.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I love Ben. That's a good
Swedish
one.
meatballs.
They serve meatballs at the funeral.
Yeah.
The funeral was all just meatballs, and be like, and is this breakfast $1? This is actually pretty great.
Yeah.
It's actually a build your own sandwich bar. There was a build your own sandwich bar at the funeral, but that's all right.
By the way, sorry, Pat.
No, I'm saying it's not a coffin at all. It's just a IKEA blue bag.
Yeah. Those bags are big enough, man. Those bags are absolutely big enough.
You might have missed it, Pat. They actually do sell coffins. They just call them Kuffenfufen.
Yeah.
Back aisle.
It'd be like, is it weird? Be like, after this dead body, there are these 3 extra pegs. Should we have these? I don't know.
And I got an eyeball. What's this eyeball about?
I think the worst thing is if you have an IKEA coffin and you don't get your Allen wrench.
Yeah. If you put it together.
Facts.
That is a sad day, my friend.
Sorry, Rachel,
guys,
what
guys, I just wanted to quickly, before you do, Rachel, I just wanted to randomly show you guys this beautiful framed photo of my grandparents when they celebrated 50 years of marriage. Which, of course, has a music box on the back of it.
Oh my god.
Well, now we know that Ben has I always
Watchtowers.
wondered like why Ben kept such weird hours, like because he stays up super late and wakes up super late. I always wondered that, and now I understand it. It's because you have a lot of trouble going to sleep if you have that many music boxes in your house. Like that is.
Yeah, I use a weighted blanket and several music boxes, some with memories from my family, and it helps me fall into slumber. You?
Yeah. I just watched the show.
I don't watch the show. I should try that. I should give it a
All right. We had, regarding Bauer's story about the cake, is the cake story a fudgy tale?
Oh, nice.
The other game. We've got Zara, 5 Aussie. She said, Bauer's previous proposals are the saddest and softest things I've heard all day. And then I Skyped a baby dingo crying for a hot second.
Anyone else who put that in the chat would have been like, why? But Zara put it and be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. She Skyped a baby dingo. Of course she did. That's
Yeah.
A couple more. So Zara also said, Library D swinging is my new favorite low-key flex.
Nice.
Jessica in our live audience tipped the show $100 and said, at least you guys are talking about books.
Oh.
That's the best thing to do with books is just talk about them instead of actually read them. And also, they're a great source for like catching up on the news if the only headlines you care about were written by Leno in '87.
Ben, you have no idea how good that joke is about the Branch Davidians. Come on, it's really topical. Yeah, that's the great thing about that.
Apparently, Waco, Texas was kind of a hot spot this weekend. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? David Koresh seems like a charming guy. I would absolutely go and let him blow me up in a fiery demise. My guest today is the Olsen twins. We'll be right back.
I do like the idea that Bowers' book is so old that the contents of it now have Netflix documentaries about them. Like, that's how long it took.
The last headlines. It was a great time. We had a lot of headlines back then, and a lot of my teammates, Kevin Eubanks, didn't want to push as hard as I did to find better headlines, and I pushed them, and we signed Kevin to another contract, but he was underpaid. He felt underpaid the whole time, honestly.
1992. This book was made in 1992, so you're off by about 5 years. So
5 years. I'm so sorry.
Rachel, what else we got?
I just want to shout out a few of the Facebook supporters. So we've got Rochelle Alston. We have that helps Rhonda Oken. This is not great for me. Akendon, Sarah Foster, Liam John. These people's names. Amritha. I'm just gonna say that.
Did you just get like mad at them for having names
No.
that weren't like Dave Smith? These son of a bitches and their names that look, we can't all be named Rachel Gallagher, okay?
well, actually, I think she also mispronounced her Rachel. She said Rochelle, and her name is Rachel.
No, fuck off. It said Rochelle.
No, the weird part is, Chris, that name was Doug.
Let's go to the game.
Let's go to the game.
Let's go to the game.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you say you wanted to go to the game. I was too busy here reading this awesome new book from Ed McMahon. Here's Johnny, my tales. Joe. It's really fascinating.
Jesus Christ. All right, to the game.
So the game today was, what are some unknown quarantine facts?
Well, here's an interesting fact, is that there was a book even before that about the Tonight Show in its early days. It was hosted by Jack Parr. Very interesting. It's a great book.
All right. So these are some of the ones that I liked that were unpaid. So I did one for each of us just because. So Greg Murphy started us off with, Ben was elected president last month, but Steve forgot to tell the press.
Yes, winner.
Wow, that's good.
By the way, can I just say, forgot?
Oh, God.
All right, we've got
We didn't want to lose our host. Sorry, go ahead.
Razvan's one was Bowers actually hates hot dogs.
We didn't want to lose our host was the same thing coronavirus said, Steve. See what you've done?
Yes, you getting elected president, very similar to a pandemic.
As I was saying that one, it kind of felt like it was backfiring from my own mouth. I apologize.
As you were saying that, you're like, this feels like proposing to someone on their credit in a jewelry store. That's what this feels like.
Jewelry store.
The best part is if she got rejected for the credit, you could have just walked down to the next store and gotten her a ring pop. So it would have been perfect.
I don't know if a jewelry store is supposed to smell like Panda Express, to be honest with you.
All right, Lola's was, actually Carmel is the hoarder and Ben is just trying to help.
Yes.
I just heard a faint fuck no from the other room. What was that?
Probably Henry.
Yeah.
And then last unpaid, Tony said Rachel has a tortilla fetish. I mean, what the fuck?
By the way, that's just a piece of the blanket.
All right. So
No, I can't
comics,
talk.
These next ones, comics, you're going to vote. So these next couple with the paid ones, you're just going to vote on what your favorite is at the end of them. So, Rachel.
I probably shouldn't have taken a bite when I don't have water. First, I want to see if any of our live audience want to say any. Zara,
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, Frank. Yep, let's go, Zara.
Yeah. I had a couple. So Ben is using the show to pitch hoarding as an Olympic sport.
Yes.
Nice.
And the
Great
other,
idea.
Bauer straight up knew his pocket square bullshit was wrong all these years. It was just an extended ploy to get the world's most specific sponsorship deal.
Oh.
All right. Anybody else? Heather, did you want to say anything?
No, I'd really like you to read this one.
Okay, I'll read.
Uh-oh.
Was it in a super chat or Venmo?
It's a super chat.
Okay, perfect. So I'll get it. All right, so let's go on. These are the ones that we're going to vote for. So Jeremy Day start us out with, Ben is actually a giant and the tiny hands are actual human hands.
Didn't want to say anything, but why do you think the Vintage ladies are so small?
David
When his
Levy.
voice goes deep, it's just when he's using his real voice.
That's right.
Yes.
David Levy. Ben's most prized possession is a pair of Fruit of the Loom boxer briefs worn to the White House by Al Roker.
I mean, guys, not to brag, but give me just.
Oh, God.
There they are. Not show you the back of them, okay?
Ben.
I don't like you have the dirty underwear that close to your like one just
Yeah,
one step
where-
away from a pile of dirty underwear. That's hilarious.
I know where your office is in your house. I know the layout of your house. Where the fuck were those? Like
They
that's
were on
not.
top of the back of the couch. I was planning on wearing them at some point.
Yeah.
I decided
You know what? That's
to
my
go
fault.
against it.
Okay, yeah.
It's my fault. Could have just let the joke go. That's my fault.
You
Sorry,
guys,
guys.
you guys keep moving sound check up, and so it's hard to get underwear on in time. Made it to the couch, and I had to run. I had to get.
Keep moving sound check up to the same time every day.
Do you see my point
sorry.
now? Do you see my point?
Yeah, Rachel, what do you got?
Some guys, the Taminator. The rest of Ben's house is empty. No furniture is nothing.
You guys, no joke. I fucking walked Henry Horse earlier today, and I came home with 2 glass vases in my hands, and I said, "Carm, I got vases because I don't know if we have the right size vases." And she literally looked at me and said, "We have so many vases, first of all. Secondly, did you just bring in items from the outside during a pandemic when we've been trying to not touch anything?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." And I walked them out and left them on the front yard.
I love that, like, dude, 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't even get takeout. Then you get Taco
Yes.
Bell once, and now you're picking up garbage off the street. Like, how?
So I've,
By the way, if someone's throwing out vases, it's probably because they died. Like, that's...
Was that Carol's house? Was that the
That
IKEA
was
manager?
Carol's
Yeah.
house, definitely. those vases were on top of her IKEA shelf.
it was the house of the ex-husband of that bitch Carol Baskin. Also has a candle line if you're interested.
No.
That.
All right. The Taminator has another one. SDSC is a product of mass hallucinations. The isolation just broke us.
I don't think that one's wrong.
Andrew. Ben is secretly feeding a tiny Native American in his box, which explains his tiny props.
You might have found me out on that one. Well done. Somebody cracked the code. That's what it is. There's a tiny Native American inside the box who I feed props to. Oops, you got me.
The way Ben right now is doing that thing where he admits it sarcastically, so we don't believe it, but it's totally true. You know what I mean? Like that thing. By the way, why are all of these about Ben?
They're all. Heather Scott. Queen Rachel can actually pronounce anti-disestablishmentarianism and frequently uses it in sentences.
It's... Wait a minute. You learned the one word just to fuck with us and then told Heather ahead of time.
And I knew it. All right.
That's like if you're like, hey, do you speak Spanish? And someone's like, sí.
I'm just imagining the call earlier where Rachel and Heather spent 20 minutes having Rachel get that right. That's a tutorial call.
Y el mismo porque Rachel no puede pronunciar en español también. Es ningún lengua. Es un problema para ella. You know what I mean?
Word.
No. Yeah.
Word.
Palabra.
Steve. All right. Tesha, the No Pants crew are actually paid actors. The sad part is we're being paid in hot dogs.
Yeah, but it's union. You guys are getting 7 hot dogs a show.
That's scale.
Yeah.
Hannah Lester, Queen Rachel is a cunning linguist. Fuck.
So close.
So close. All right, Jeremy Day. The whole pandemic is an elaborate ruse by Ben to stir up a grassroots movement for his 2020 campaign.
And damn it, you found me out.
Yeah. And it kills old people, which is most of the people running. So
There you go.
Yeah, right?
really
only
frees
I
up
had-
some room on the ballot.
If only I had access to a comedian with a vast internet reach who would be able to create a show which would endear me to the public.
How do you pronounce the Democratic candidate that name started with butt?
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg. Okay, so Buttigieg wasn't the only gay Democratic candidate.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Turns out Tulsi as well.
And my life and my life partner might happen to be a male, tiny Native American man who maybe lives in one of these.
By the way, I was half expecting that to shine like the end of Pulp Fiction just then.
He's
Oh my
got a light
God.
in there. He's got a light in there. The light.
Well, that's better than the joke I was going to make about the Rushmore thing again. Go, just move on to the next one, Rachel, please.
All right, last one that I have. Let me just make sure there's nobody else that came in. Nope. Last one is from Andrew. Ben is the budget version of Q from 007, but with tiny props.
A lot of people say I have the same balls as Judi Dench.
What?
By the way, there wasn't a single one for me or Bowers. What the fuck, guys?
There was one. I don't like hot dogs. There was one about me
Oh,
not
right.
liking hot
I don't
dogs.
think I got any. Have I been too much of a dick that now people are afraid? What's
No,
happening?
by the way, you've been doing Q&A for 15 years, Steve. Everyone knows everything about you.
Yeah, that's a good point. We could ask about these guys.
Exactly. All right, so let's vote. Kyle, which one did you like?
The first one.
Kyle.
All right, Kyle's abstaining. Speaking of Tulsi Gabbard, Kyle is gonna not vote.
The second one. I'm sorry. I lost track. I can't.
Pat, do you remember any of them?
Yeah, I like the one with Ben. And the Ben one was great.
That's the one I like. That's the one I like.
Votes for the one for Ben.
Mike, by the way, I like that Kyle is sitting next to a pot plant, but Pat just doesn't give a fuck. Like that was.
She's actually about to get back into the shelving department. She doesn't give a shit about anything.
Yeah. By the way, should I be scared that my actual skin tone is very similar to the grayscale faces behind me? Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, darker. All right, Rachel, who's your vote?
I like the one about Steve. Oh, wait.
Oh, cared enough to put one in.
I like, I think Andrew's was funny. The tiny Native American in the box.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going with that Ben's house is empty other than that one room. I like that one a lot. That was very funny. Ben,
which one about you was your favorite?
That's a great question. I also love the one about the rest of my house is empty. It's not true. I do have furniture in other rooms, but say I don't.
All right. I think it's my turn. I'm not sure if there was more to that. That was my favorite one. I thought the Ben's house being empty was hilarious because I've been there and I know how fucking not true it is. So that is the perfect game entry. Nicely done. As the winner, I think that was the Taminator.
Tam, yep.
Yeah, that was the Taminator. Claim your prize by going to laughfromhome.com and emailing us, and that's how you get the prize.
Very
all right.
Cool. Did you guys have any? Steve, Ben, did you have any?
I used mine all already.
Okay, perfect. All right, well let's then say goodbye to the audience. Audience, you've been great today. Thank you so much once again. We love you guys. Thanks for partying with me last night. I had a good time.
Thank you.
Well, hang on, Kyle. We're not saying goodbye to you yet. Hang on, Kyle and Pat. You're next. Hang on.
No, I was saying goodbye to the audience.
Perfect. My bad. Yeah. So, thanks, audience, and also Kyle. Thank you so much. Where can we find you at? Where we get now your specials on Amazon Prime? Where
my special on Amazon? I'm on Kyle Grooms at Kyle Grooms everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, Black Planet, LinkedIn, all that.
Awesome.
Kyle
Very
Grooms.
cool. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you coming here. Appreciate
All
you
right,
coming
thanks
on
for
the show.
having me, man.
Thank you, Kyle.
Good to see you, Kyle.
Thank you. Good
Thank
seeing
you, Kyle.
too, man.
Always good to see you.
Pat,
Peace.
where do we find you at in the world?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. You can find me on Instagram. I don't make it complicated. Instagram at patbrown.show. Pat Brown Show. Pat Brown Show. So all things Pat Brown Show.
It got a lot more complicated than you expected there, huh?
Hey, Ben, I'm still grieving. Carol was a good friend.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Pat. We appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much.
You.
Rachel, thanks
Couple
so much
things.
for being here. A couple things to catch up on. Sweet.
A couple things. So Taminator said, I'm intrigued by Ben's shirt. What's on the rest of it?
What's on the shirt?
What's on the shirt?
This is the Big Texan Brewery, and the back of it, of course, says it's the...
That's the place with the big steak. Amarillo, right?
You better. It's an Amarillo. I believe that's correct. And I didn't get to try to eat the big steak, but I could do it. I'm a bit of a meat eater. You know what I'm saying? Didn't mean to wink so much today. It keeps happening.
I did, and I failed. But the Big Texan, if anyone has never been, it's this crazy thing. You should definitely try to go there. They send a limo to pick you up, and there's got like a big Longhorn thing on it, and they sell the giant Longhorns. And I tried to convince Mike Trainer to get one, and he drives a Prius. I just thought that would be really fucking fun. Just a Prius with a giant. Be great.
Mike Trainer driving a Prius, like 6'8", and Mike driving a Prius is funny anyway. With the big thing on it would be hilarious. Yeah, we need to send that to him.
Priuses aren't small. It's a weird.
Priuses
and also, Mike's not
car.
6'8".
He's a big dude, is what I'm saying. He's like tall, and he probably looks funny in a tiny car, is what I would imagine. No, okay.
Well, guys, we love ending our show every week as we do with a slow roll down into arguing about the height of a comedian nobody knows. I think that is definitely a great way to dismount. Please tell us in the super chat whether you think Mike Trainer is 6'8" or 6'3". We don't know who that is.
All right, last one. Tyler Stevens tipped the show $10 and said, another great show. Thank you all much for the laughs. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Great job, Rachel. As always, just find me at Bowers Comedy. And I'm going to go just take it easy tonight. I don't think I'm getting hammered. I think I'm just going to take it easy. So it's been fun. Wow. See you guys later.
Take care, Bowers. By the way, I do have one more game entry. Chris Bowers actually has never been married. He just bought the engagement rings for the free cake. So.
Also, I don't know why this is important for me to say, but you just said gay men tree, and it just popped in my head the image of a gay men tree. It's just a tree with a bunch of gay men just kind of kicking it, yo-yoing, having a good day.
Yeah, that was. You know what?
Gay men
Can
tree.
we argue more about Mike Trainor's height?
I think he's probably 5'5".
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, me and my 4 brothers here really enjoyed having you as part of the show. I always enjoy doing this. Check me out every Saturday night at the Nowhere Comedy Club hosting Ask Us Anything, and I have my 2 June headlining dates on the calendar now. So if you haven't seen a show yet, or if you want to see a show with some more material, as I'm writing some more stuff, go check it out. Thank y'all.
Yes, please check out Hofstetter at Nowhere. He's a great young comedian, and we're hoping to get him some views on YouTube. So please support his live show. I'm a fan.
I hope to own those views.
He'll own the shit out of those views, you guys. Thank you to everybody that supported my Gleib Off the Top improvised show last night at Nowhere Comedy Club. You saw a surprise appearance from Dr. Phil, which was pretty exciting. And it was just an absolute blast. One of the most fun times I've ever had in my life. Musical stuff and character stuff and weird surreal turns that happened maybe once I smoked pot during the show and this kind of stuff. It was just a real blast. And I'm doing a show on June 6th. I'm doing another all improvised show, but this time improv games again, this time with the legend Greg Proops, called It's a G Thing with Greg and Gleib. June 6th, Saturday night. Please get tickets right now on sale at nowherecomedyclub.com. And I'm just going to quickly, if I could, just reveal finally something that's been, I think, a long time in the making, in the waiting, for you guys to find out, which is
What's in the